What's up, everyone? Lethal here. I got this post sent to me and had someone recommend that I break it down and see whether or not it's factual or not. So that's what I'm doing. The original poster I'm going to leave anonymous. Um, I don't want to throw any shade at them. I don't know them, so I don't want anyone harassing them or nothing. So that's why I'm just going to leave them anonymous. This is part one. I'm going to do it in two parts. I've tried 8 times to make the video under 8 minutes so I can fit it in one video, and that has not worked, so I'm just going to cut it into 2 parts. So, on to part 1. Redefining criminology, the world of police brutality. In the wake of Trayvon Martin's murder, many wonder, are the police always on our side? Sometimes you're right, just aren't enough to protect you. Trayvon Martin wasn't killed by the cops. George Zimmerman was a security guard for that gated community, not a police officer. So we're already off to a pretty shaky start. Moving on. Get out of here. In 1 year, 3,445 police misconduct reports. That just means that somebody reported that they did something wrong. Doesn't necessarily mean that something happened. Is it possible? Yes. Likely? Not necessarily. Now, those who had something reported on them, if it was found that that report is credible and legitimate and they actually did mess up, then those cops deserve to be punished to the full extent of the law and to the full extent of departmental policy. However, there are a lot of false reports filed every year as well. That is something you need to keep in mind. Just because it was reported doesn't mean it happened. It's good that it was documented, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was happened. I know quite a few good cops who have been reported for a brutality thing, and it turned out that they were bogus reports. So if you're a cop, if you're starting out as a cop right now, you're gonna get reported a couple times throughout your career. Like, people are just gonna say, like, "Oh, you did this. You overstepped." You're gonna get reported quite a couple times. It might happen a couple times a year. It might happen maybe only a few times a year. Maybe happen every other year, but you're gonna get reported. It's gonna happen. People are gonna file reports, and it's gonna go to our internal affairs, and they're gonna do their investigation and see whether or not you actually did mess up. And if you didn't, great. If you did, might want to look into it, what you did wrong. And if it was a serious thing, you probably should look how to fix that. 4,778 victims. I'm not sure about that number. I don't know what that refers to. If you're referring to people hurt by cops, then I would say that's close to correct. But it's not the exact number, but that is very close. They're allowed to hurt you to bring you in. We allow them that ability as a society. We allow police the ability to hurt a suspect to bring them into custody. It's not all sunshine and rainbows out there. You can't just be like, "Hey man, come on, turn around and put your hands behind your back." You gotta, some people, you gotta hurt them. You gotta put their face on the pavement. Gotta make them comply. It's called pain compliance, and it's taught in every single branch of the military, and it's taught in every single police department. 258 fatalities as a result of police misconduct. Not that I'm aware of now. That number does not look correct to me. If you're saying that police killed them wrongfully, then I would say it's closer to that number. Maybe. But I don't see that number being factually correct for misconduct. As far as I know, the number is much, much smaller than that. I think it was like 120 last I looked. If the police come to your home, you have the right to ask for a warrant. If they do not have a warrant, you do not have to let them in. This is correct. You do not need to let the police in if they do not have a warrant. However, they can make entry to your house if they have reason to believe that there is a crime currently being committed or that someone's life is in danger. So if they knock on your door and say, "Can we come in?" and you say, "Do you have a warrant?" and they say no, but you have a gun sitting right there and you are a convicted felon, they can make entry and arrest you. Now now that they have a reason that there's a crime been committed, they have reason to search the place. If they open the door, you tell them no, and they see drugs sitting right there, which it's happened. Sounds crazy, I know, it's happened. But they have reason to come in there and search your stuff. They're going to arrest you and search your place. If they open up and there's blood everywhere, or someone's tied up, or they hear someone screaming, they have probable cause to enter that residence. So, do they need a warrant to search it? Yes. Do they need a warrant to enter? No. If they have a probable cause that they have a legitimate reason to enter, they may enter. Jason Allen Kemp, he actually fought the police when they entered his thing. He said no. They said they had a warrant. There was actually a clerical error. The warrant had not been signed by a judge yet, but these officers had led them and believe it was. They were just part of a search team. So their whole job is just to go in there and boom. Usually there's somebody else there who has a warrant and sits down with the guy and explains what happens. These guys, their whole job is to search. So they bust in there, they announce themselves, bust in, and he starts fighting with them. During the fight, he went for the officer's gun and unfortunately lost his life. If you witness police brutality, it is illegal to film police in Maryland. No, it's not. Massachusetts. No, it's not. I live in Chicago, Illinois. Lived here my whole life. I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt, it is 100% legal to film cops here. Illinois does not have a single law prohibiting the filming of police officers. There are so many videos of Chicago police on YouTube. It's actually kind of funny. Yeah, so that's wrong. This whole thing right here is wrong. The second part of it, in the remaining 47 states, you have the right to film anything police do. That is correct. Well, semi-correct. You have the right to film police in all 50 United States. You absolutely do have the right to film them. Go ahead, film them if you want to. I don't take offense to it. It does not bother me. My only suggestion would be don't get up onto what they're doing. I would stand at a safe distance, because the last thing I would want, and the officers would want, and you would want, is for you to get hurt because some batshit crazy dude they're trying to take into custody lashes out and starts shooting at people, or has a knife and charges at you and tries to stab you or something. I would stay at a safe distance and just film it. And if you're gonna film it, I would recommend not heckling them while you're filming them, because that discredits your video. If someone sees the title for your video and it's like, "Oh, police beat up somebody," and they're like, "Oh," they watch it, and then it's you holding a phone, just screaming obscenities and cussing at them and just heckling them, that kind of takes away from what's actually going on. Like, it really does. It draws away. Like, if you ever go through the videos of people who film the cops on their phones and read the comments, there are so many comments about couldn't even focus on what's going on because this dude wouldn't shut up. Like, they're yelling and screaming, like I couldn't focus on what was happening. So my advice, I would stand there quietly, film them. After the incident has been settled, I would approach an officer, let them know that I am filming you and I just wanted to inquire as to what happened. But yeah, after the incident, I would go up there and politely be like, "Hey, what happened? Like, what's going on, man?" Now, they are not required to tell you what's happening. But if you go up there and you ask them nicely and politely, they are more likely to tell you what happened. Now, if you go up there and be like, "You effing pig, why are you doing that to him? What did he even do?" Not gonna help you, man. They're just like, "Whatever, dude." So yeah, alright, that's part one.